and I have been very touched by the effort that people have made from, travelling from Australia, Oman, China, Scotland, Bude, Alabama, and it's great to see you all here, and it's very kind of you to share your time and give up your time and the expense of travelling, etc., to be here, and thank you very much. Largely this is my brainchild, actually. I've thought of everything, the intricate detail, flowers, stuff like that. I've done most of it, Lucy has been pretty much a passenger in all of this, and I have been helped by a few people in a small way. I don't know, should I mention them or not? But, for example, the church flowers and some of the flower arranging, Gail and Sarah Morewood, I had to kind of curtail their creativeness a little bit. But eventually we negotiated and we came up with, I think the place looks really well, actually. So, thanks for that. And some of the music, is excellent, both here tonight and at the church. And again, the Morewoods shined out, playing La Vida, La Vida Loca, and etc. And thank you so much, because everybody put in so much effort. And Emma, who played the trumpet, she had forgotten her mouthpiece, and I came out of the tree and I saw this white dash and Emma was hurtling down the hill in her bare feet, trying to get back home to get the mouthpiece. And thankfully she turned up and everything, and she played absolutely beautiful. And thank you to everybody who's played today. Now, anybody who knows me is especially aware of how I like my food, and I do like my food, and after a while, Auntie Edith and I tasted some of the cake, etc. And I think you'll find that the wedding cake is delightful, and that's largely up to me again. Just sorting out exactly what I wanted, and Gail as well again shined in making a tier of the wedding cake. So again, thank you to them. There has been somewhat an army of support in my ushers, my new brothers and old brothers. Not that there's any difference, I'm sure they're equally good. And my best man, Jared, who's been very good to me throughout my life and keeping me right and keeping me out of trouble, or getting me in trouble a lot of the time. But, and everyone has been especially good. And Mark and Tim need to be really held up to thank most especially, because they have been toiling here out in the gardens, and I can't really take any credit for that, because I haven't been helping as much at all. I came down one Saturday, all right, and they've been incredible. And but also, everybody came in the stag and everything, and all those guys were just fantastic, and they all came to the effort of supporting me, and I was very touched. And thank you to people like Jason there, and Johnny Furs, and all you guys that came in the stag. It was fantastic, and I've so many new friends from around this area. Even the Bude rugby team, thanks to Mark, last Saturday, didn't end well. So the driveway was put in, and I created that. I sat down with Jill with a pencil, and she contributed in a small way to me with some and stuff like that. But no, the place is looking incredibly well. And just to give you an idea of some of the commitment here over the last sort of months, really. There's Bill Kneebone has been coming up, and Dick Greenaway, and they just gave up their free time to help getting the place in order. Bill has kindly organised a bar, which is, I suppose, especially close to me. Quite likes to drink, but he went to the trouble of I can't explain the amount of effort he has put in at today's wedding. And Lucy's father passed away a year ago, as you know, but I can tell you Walter is not dead, and his friends have done him proud, and his sons have done him proud, and Jill and Lucy have done him proud in the recent times. And even the project manager, I just mentioned he was organising the drive here, and he hasn't been well, Trevor. And you know, he said it will be done on time and everything will be done, and he's even put in a large effort himself. And it's just great, really. Everybody has just really ploughed into today, and I am touched. So, moving on, my mum and dad, they've been okay as well. I suppose I've a lot to thank them for, in that they have, you know, created me. As regards, you know, Lucy, I suppose thankful that they have made me into the fantastic man that I am. Quite lucky for her. But, you know, I'm not going to go into thanking my mum and dad anymore. They know how much they have done for me over the years. And I'll just tell one quick anecdote. I remember I got in a fight in school, and it was completely my fault. I shouldn't have hit the guy at all, and I hit him a few times. And I came back into the car, and my mother said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I got in a fight." Well, she said, "Don't cry, because they'll see you." And I went home, and my mother and father, they just backed me 100%. And thank you so much. And that's exactly what they did. They backed me 100% throughout my life. Even if I'm completely wrong, they'll still back me up. I need to thank Jill most especially, because Jill, Lucy's mother, has been fantastic. And I knew I loved Lucy when I met Jill. And most especially because I knew, you know, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And Jill makes a fish pie, and Tim was quite put out because this fish pie would be delivered on a Friday evening when I'd arrive down. And Tim wasn't allowed to touch it until I'd eaten it. And this is quite regular, actually. Tim likes his food as well, so it's quite competitive. And I said, "Geez, this is incredible fish pie. If Lucy can make this in 30 years' time, I'll be landed." Jill is an incredible woman, and I'm very, very fond of her. And I'm very delighted that she's my mother-in-law now, and you know, look, guys, she, she's basically responsible for today in many ways, and so I think we need to all give her a big thank you when you see her. There is someone else that I need to thank, you know, but again, you know, it's largely responsible, you know, I asked her to marry me, so I have to thank Lucy for everything, for the last number of years, and she means an awful lot to me. She is my best friend. She is wonderful, and she is funny, and when I'm acting a prat, she tells me, and she keeps me in line, and she picks me up when I'm down, and she is very much my best friend, and she is looking absolutely beautiful and radiant tonight. And the bridesmaids, they're looking all right. The bridesmaids, Vanessa is my sister-in-law, and you know, I have a lot to thank her for sorting Jared out, so that's good. And Katie is Lucy's long-time friend from school, and Sarah is a very good friend and a neighbour of ours in Great Shepherd, and she's always incredible. And again, she makes me food, so I'm especially attached to Sarah. And Caroline also makes me food, actually, quite regularly, because I lived with Caroline for a couple of years with Lucy, and you know, every second night she used to make me food, actually. And, so she is largely responsible for the slight podgy tautness of my waistcoat. But no, she's incredible, and they're all such good friends, and I think you'd all agree that they all look lovely and radiant. I was going to say they all have lovely bottoms. But so if you would all be upstanding, please, toast the bridesmaids.
The bridesmaids. Some boy. Yeah,